Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a fantastic day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, by leaving multiple comments, or by subscribing if you haven't already done so. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently in green, as is the entire cryptocurrency market. No real actual news as to why the market is, and I dare not even say pumping right now, but why the market is moving up quite goodly at the moment. But alas, it is. There's a lot of really positive news about where prices are going to go, how high prices can be, what we have to stay above, where prices should not be going, and all of that kind of stuff. Bitcoin is currently, I believe, at the time of me making this video, I think at between $50,500 and $51,000. A lot of people are saying this is absolutely wonderful after we had the flash crash on that one or two other cryptocurrency exchanges, and after we fell so low that people were saying woe is us once again to the cryptocurrency market. I saw a number of people, both here and on Twitter and on Instagram and many other places, who had their doom and gloom hands ready. They were rubbing them together. And they proudly proclaimed to all these other people that the bull market was over. Why was anyone in the cryptocurrency market in the entire place? I wonder stuff. It's always, I'm going to say this quickly and then we're going to move on. There always seems to be at least a percentage of people who are watching my videos and other videos who just simply watch the market to see it crumble. It's this really weird thing that kind of happens and has been happening for years. Like, even the idea that Bitcoin's price last year was near $3,000 as the entire collapse of all markets was beginning to take place. We shot back up to nearly $70,000 a year later, and Bitcoin's price falls by a couple thousand, and they make sure that everyone knows that crypto is a terrible investment. But that's just... Anyway, this one says whale reaccumulation pushes Bitcoin above $51,000. Broader market recovers. Whales have not stopped accumulating Bitcoin. There was never a point where whales stopped holding on to their Bitcoin. What happened was, as usually what ends up taking place, there's some type of a sell-off, and tons of people who are brand new to the market tend to panic. This happens you really name it. Any kind of market that this also takes place. This happens on the NFT market. There are tons of, anything that has to do with crypto and any type of a slight movement down in price, people begin to panic, sell all their stuff. The people who have sold their stuff, it gets rebought up by other people who are in it for the very long term. And that just seems to be the market trend. Part of the issue actually is that the people who sell off their coins will never ever be able to have as many coins as they had before. The accumulation then goes to the richest people in the market, as it does for every single market. And then eventually in 15, 20 years, people are going to complain that they don't have enough Bitcoin. Why are they so rich? And this is how it always unfolds. At the moment as well, it says Ethereum price analysis. Ethereum sits on strong support above $4,000. It says Ethereum is up approximately 7%. Sitting at around $3,466. One of the very fascinating things that I am finding, at least today, is that through all of the doom and gloom and the cryptocurrency prices are so down, I cannot believe why these prices have fallen to such levels. Ethereum is 500, that is $500 away from reaching an all-time high. Like, actually, if Ethereum pushes up another $500, we will have a brand new Ethereum all-time high. Bitcoin, however, has to go up by 19,000. So not the same kind of thing. There was, of course, as always, a lot more brighter news for Ethereum, talking about Ethereum's this and how Ethereum's going to do that. For those of you not looking at the screen, there's someone wearing a cape, I guess supposedly signifying Superman. I'm not sure what Superman has to do with Ethereum. It says Ethereum about to see liftoff if it's able to hold one crucial level. I guess that's the current level right now. There's always like very arbitrary, weird numbers. If Ethereum holds $4,428.16.5, we may then see liftoff. No, I think it more has to do with the people in the market who continue to initiate a sell-off, and then everyone else ends up selling off as well. If they don't do that, it seems more likely that we would also then see a brand new all-time high for Ethereum. Ethereum is in a very interesting spot right now, where if you look at the actual market cap of Ether and of Bitcoin, it doesn't have to even double anymore to actually pass by Bitcoin. It's actually less than that. So I assume if prices continue to move up normally, as they should, because of all the news that we've been getting about massive accumulation, even just over the last 2 years, we are going to start seeing a lot of news about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin once again. I mean, once again, anything is possible in this market. No one can say for certain. We know that Bitcoin is the market, if you will. If Bitcoin tumbles, there's no denying it. You can't sit there and fold your arms and say, no, that's not true. We saw what just happened about 4 or 5 days ago. It's Bitcoin that went down, and every other coin followed. However, Ethereum, once again, is only $500 away from a brand new all-time high. So I think that will definitely factor in something else as well, especially with Ethereum getting more into the news. And yeah, that's all the price news that we have right now. There was no other price, no other altcoin news. Normally we'll hear random things about Algorand or Cardano or maybe XRP moving up in price. I think it's just the fascination that we are moving up once again so quick after the dip that we had. But that is, just how the market moves. Anyway, that's all the price news. And yeah, let's move on. One of the most popular news stories of the day: crypto exchange Gemini will soon offer frictionless Bitcoin trading in Colombia for customers of the country's biggest bank, known as Bancolombia. That's Banco en Colombia. Anyway, the company said in a statement on Monday, however, it is unclear whether users will be able to withdraw funds, a vital feature for achieving. Why would they not be able to? Who thought of writing that into an article? A vital feature for achieving the financial sovereignty that Bitcoin enables. Oh boy. The partnership is part of the government-sponsored pilot program. It will launch on the 14th of December, giving an initial cohort of Bancolombia customers a seamless on and off ramp to trade Bitcoin through the exchange. The partnership also serves as an important step towards the strategic expansion of Gemini's presence in Latin America. Gemini's principal of strategy and development said, "We look forward to working closely with the Colombian crypto ecosystem and to support crypto products that power Colombians to..." Why can't people ever talk normal during a press conference? It always has to be this like super large, gigantic, like we can't wait for the extravagancy of the Colombian government to finally enter the... Just say we're happy to make money together. So... as it stands right now, this is very popular news, and I am very glad that it is finally, whenever we actually get news. So first of all, this is the largest bank in an entire country. Normally, whenever we get news that the largest bank, the largest hedge fund, the largest whatever in the country is going to offer cryptocurrency trading, I can usually find it on one website, and I sit there perplexed for hours, and I'm like, why is this not more popular news? And even more so on days like that, Bitcoin tends to actually fall in price, which doesn't make any sense because this is not the first country to offer services like this. There are a lot of banks who are realizing that not only is cryptocurrency the future, if you will, but they realize beforehand, hey, before 16 other cryptocurrency exchanges open up, why don't we offer the exact same thing that they would be offering so that we can get the fees when other people are trading cryptocurrency directly on our platform? It's also a really clever way to do the entire KYC AML. Simply, we have all your information. We are your bank. Just simply trade with us. The news also being that it's Gemini doing it. Gemini being my least favorite cryptocurrency exchange because I just think they're extremely boring. I know that people like them and people told me they have seamless trading and you can do this and so and so. and crypto coins, but I think they're very... Anyway, so yeah, this is incredible. I don't know why that person will be able to withdraw their funds. I'm going to assume that they'll probably be able to take their money out of their bank as they normally are. It says Gemini Bancolombia will start offering crypto services next week. We will probably hear by the end of December, as is usual, exactly how much money has been traded through the bank, how popular this is. Gemini usually always makes a Twitter post and they say, money, 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 and they tell other people exactly how much money was flowing through their systems. Yeah, this is gigantic. I would even dare say this is also, it's not as significant as El Salvador. I'm screaming in my ear once again. This is not as significant as El Salvador's news of adopting it as as legal tender within their country. But anytime that any country actually even slightly bends the knee to offer things like this, like, you have to understand the significance of the largest bank in a country offering something that is not their local currency, that has nothing to do with their fiat currency. And, anyway, it shows the bank's understanding that this asset class is going to be around for a very long time, and this is why it's being integrated into their system. So, yeah, quite popular news. I'm not happy that the banking system is getting deeper into the cryptocurrency space, but it's more of this allows other people who normally would not have access to these things to have access to Bitcoin. And it says Bitcoin, Ether, and Litecoin. And they're also using actual good coins. It's not some random other coin. Anyway, so that's the Gemini is working with Colombia's biggest bank news. I would assume that would actually have a push up in price, but people in this market have no idea what they're doing. Anyway, that's the Gemini news. Like the fourth time I'm saying it. And yeah, let's move on. Also in the news, and this might be the reason for the price rising up, but once again, whenever we have these actual upgrades, I think this is me personally, I think 95% of the people in the market actually have no idea what these upgrades do. And furthermore, I don't think they care about the upgrades. It's just money. I think that they just need to hear that their coin's price has gone up, and everything else is just white noise, black noise, whatever noise you can't hear. That's kind of what's going on to them. Just a few months ago, Ethereum developers were asking users to update their nodes, the devices that run the transactions, or the network software, and also the ledger transactions. They're at it again, this time to delay what's known as the difficulty bomb, a periodic task that will become obsolete after Ethereum 2.0 finally happens and we move to proof of stake. Unlike the London hard fork, which changed the Ethereum fee structure and introduced deflationary pressure to the network, the Arrow Glacier upgrade slated for this week is nowhere near as drastic. I mean, it's still kind of dramatic. In fact, it isn't even as adventure-packed as Altair. Come on, get to it. Arrow Glacier's sole purpose is to stop a moment, I don't think I can even say that word, from going off, and give developers more time to give the network to upgrade to Ethereum 2.0. The difficulty ice age, as we used to call it many years ago, I guess it has a brand new name now, is this idea that you want to de-incentivize people from using other chains. If there is a hard fork where basically the chain splits into two or into multiple fragments, and people are then able to continuously use the old chain, you want them to only use the new chain. So what you do is you create an ice age on the older chains that basically freeze them along the way, so that it becomes incredibly difficult to mine on them, incredibly difficult to put transactions onto them. So therefore, everyone is, I can't use this chain anymore. So they simply have to go to the main Ethereum chain. And now they're trying to delay this because this, for those of you not looking at the screen, it says this has been ticking since 2015. This is not the first time, and it's probably not going to be the last time that we're talking about this event taking place. Ethereum has been trying to upgrade for a number of years. it appears that we are relatively close, and I guess with this upgrade, it is another step forward to us potentially getting to the merger of Ethereum 2.0 to the beacon chain, and therefore progress. I'm not really sure what's supposed to be said there. So, yeah, this coupled with the news that we got from one of the head Ethereum developers about a week ago at this point, where they were asking people, normal people, to test out a bunch of new features and stuff like that on the new thing, and they said the quicker this gets done, the quicker the merger happens. It is still expected that we whatchamajaggers, that we are not going to see Ethereum 2.0 fully until anywhere from March to around June. We'll see. But yeah, the update is happening this week. It probably won't make any waves and or headlines, but it's helping us get closer to Ethereum 2.0, and therefore, yeah. All right, that's the Ethereum news. And let's moving on. Next up, also in surprising news that people are surprised about, Spiral, a Square subsidiary focused on Bitcoin development, has formally presented its Lightning Development Kit in a short film, published on Monday. For those of you who are unaware, Jack Dorsey, this guy, he looks nothing like this anymore. He has a gigantic beard, has stepped down as the CEO of Twitter and has moved to Square, has been renamed Spiral. And I think Square Inc. is now called Block, short for blockchain, as they announced that they would go full force into Bitcoin development. The shocking news being is that they're actually releasing things now, and everyone can't believe how quickly it's happening. Of course, the Lightning Development Kit, they said, is a way to easily integrate instant Bitcoin payments into any application, someone said in the film. I think I'm going to watch the film after. It might be really cringy, but I'm still going to try and watch it. Spiral said it had been working on the Lightning Development Kit for the past couple of years. What? That's crazy. I thought this was just happening last week. The project is a flexible Lightning implementation geared towards developers who want to integrate Bitcoin's Lightning Network into their applications frictionlessly. The library is available in Rust and Swift programming languages. When our team formed, they said we went out and interviewed dozens of wallet projects and developers. What we learned is that they were having a lot of problems adding Lightning Network capabilities. Once again, Jack Dorsey believes that Bitcoin is going to be the only cryptocurrency on the planet in, I think, 5 to 10 years. That is not a joke. You can find all the stuff where he's been talking about that. I think he said 2028 is supposed to be the year where basically it's just Bitcoin. Everything is running on Bitcoin. But one of the main features that he would like to see is Bitcoin as an actual payment method. This cannot currently take place with Bitcoin's 3 transactions per second, and also $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $28 transaction fees are just not going to take place. So the idea is that the Lightning Network has a 1 Satoshi fee, which is like 1/1000th of 1 cent. And also, I believe that full capacity would have 1 million transactions per second on its network, and you kind of get the idea. So anyway, that's the Jack Dorsey working on Spiral. That's more like him. His beard is about 3 times that, but Jack Dorsey working on Bitcoin in a film. Is it a short film? Is it a long film? Like, imagine if they made like an hour-and-a-half long film. Be a bit dramatic. Anyway, that's the working on it news. And I assume we're going to get more news like every other week from Spiral and Block and all the other words, because I assume they've been working on this for quite a long amount of time. Let's move on. Next up, also, maybe this moved Ethereum's price. I don't really know. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange, or the CME, has launched their, and it's not much awaited, has finally launched their micro Ether futures. The MET contract, as it is called, is sized at 1/10 the size of 1 Ether and offers an efficient and cost-effective way to gain exposure to the second largest cryptocurrency, or you could simply just buy 1/10 of an Ether yourself. Not financial advice, just trying to give actual logic. Why would you need to buy a contract that is denominated in 1/10 the value of Ether that the company isn't even holding, as opposed to buying the actual Ether yourself and staking it, and then you actually make money from it on the side? The idea of a micro future is that as these coins should, maybe, potentially, no one knows, if their prices continue to rise, it becomes quite restrictive for people who are trying to get into the market to be able to buy or trade these contracts. I.e., if you are trying to do Bitcoin futures and Bitcoin's price is at $59,000, maybe not everyone has $59,000 to put into one contract. However, if you have a micro Bitcoin futures, it comes down to $5,900, and that becomes a bit more doable for maybe someone who only has $15,000 to put into the market. Same exact thing with the micro Ether futures. Ethereum is currently at $4,000 something or other dollars. Might not be able to do it for everyone. However, if you have 3,000, you can definitely put it into multiple contracts at a 300 or 400. You get what I'm saying. Once again, we continue the saga of the SEC greenlighting everything that is not an actual physical ETF or futures in the market. It's just what they do. No one should be surprised. The SEC is going to have quite the legacy behind them in the next 10 to 15 years as decentralization has taken over the world. But for right now, this is what we got. So yeah, the CME has launched micro Ether futures. I specifically feel that this should not have an actual effect on price, as this has nothing to actually do with Ethereum other than name, as they are not holding Ethereum and are not giving you Ethereum when you buy a contract. But alas, once again, that's just the world that we're in. And yeah, let's move on. Next up, in news that I expected to be everywhere news, but it was not everywhere news, the long-awaited Cardano-based decentralized exchange called SundaeSwap, that is SUNDAE, is almost ready to be launched to public testnet. In an announcement on the 5th of December, the company behind Cardano Input Output Hong Kong stated that the Sunday DEX swap was launching imminently as a testnet. IOHK added that it anticipates a growing interest in the Cardano's big DEX ambitions. That is a weird sentence. They said, we're expecting a huge amount of interest in this highly anticipated event and lots of activity. This is why we are collaborating. And then they left a tweet and they said, might have to rebrand to SundaeSwap. In all seriousness, we found a bug with our scoopers reviewing scooper licenses. What? We are cleaning that up, and as soon as it's completed, testnet will be live for use. Thank you for staying patient with us. So, yeah. In normal Cardano fashion, they announced that something is launching, but it's just a testnet. They've done this thousands of times over the last couple of years, as opposed to just simply launching the actual main thing. But I think it's just part of their secret sauce at this point. You announce that something's coming. You announce that it is in the white phase, and then the blue phase, and then the purple phase, and then the orange phase, and then it's launching as a testnet, and then the testnet has multiple colors. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, this is just what Cardano does. They have different colors for their actual testnets and phases. And then eventually it ends up launching, soft launching, and then like hard launching, and then before you know it, they're announcing that they have another update coming, and that one is going to take another 9 months as well. It looks like the price is reacting. Cardano is currently up at the time of me making this video. I'm not sure if it's simply the Bitcoin magnet momentum, or if it's actually people being excited for Cardano having their own decentralized exchange. I have no idea what this DEX is going to be about. Every single DEX is completely different. I cannot mentally know what all of these things are going to do and exactly how they're all going to function. But I hope it works. I hope they do well. I wish Cardano was a little bit quicker with their releases, but, you know, that's just how it's going. Alrighty. Let's move on. And to finish things off, In news that's really big news, but it shouldn't really be news because it doesn't make a lot of sense news. For instance, before we get into it, Cardano's been talking about this upgrade. Ethereum has been talking about Ethereum 2.0 since around 2015, 2016. Let's say more 2016. We should have had Ethereum 2.0 in 2017, not a fake number. We should have had Ethereum 3.0 in 2018, also not a fake number. These are actual dates that they gave us before in the old roadmap. And by 2020, Ethereum should have been this gigantic mega computer where you can post and say and do anything you want at it, as it is the world's largest decentralized computer. Wonderful. So Vitalik has released something called the Endgame, or so everyone's writing, the Endgame for Ethereum. I'm not sure if it has to do with the Avengers, but it's the name that's being thrown around there. Where basically he has set up like a roadmap for decades ahead. The reason why I spoke about the 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019 part is because everything they were talking about from 2017 to 2019 to 2020 still has not taken place. So the idea that they publish something for decades ahead means that this is not going to come to fruition until the year 2395 or something like that. But alas, I digress. The entire idea is, this is also something quite fascinating for those of you who want to hear a wild prediction for the cryptocurrency space. In September, this website reported on Gavin Anderson's prediction that the Bitcoin blockchain will be unusable by the year 2100. That is a good 80-something years away. The problem is that transaction fees will become too high and block rewards too low for Bitcoin to become viable. Hence, Anderson predicted all Bitcoin in circulation would be offloaded to other blockchains and Bitcoin would be shut down by miner consensus, or just simply upgrade Bitcoin. I find it very hard to believe myself that everyone using Bitcoin would find it so unusable that they would simply stop using it, as opposed to everyone on the network deciding, hey, I want to continue to make money, and just choosing to upgrade it. But alas, for the second largest blockchain by market cap, Ethereum, the long-term problems seem to be difficult ones. In a blog post titled Endgame, Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin ponders whether an average big blockchain with a high transaction throughput, large block sizes, and a large block height can retain an acceptable level of decentralization. Basically, we have to upgrade Ethereum now or things will continue to be not good. That's basically the entire point of it. How do you keep a network decentralized while making sure that it continues to expand? Because usually the theory is that you have to give up centralization in some sort of way, or decentralization, by making it more centralized so that transactions can flow through it a lot quicker. For decades ahead. This is one of the most popular news stories of the day. I think it's because Vitalik Buterin released something talking about Ethereum decades into the future. I'm certain that a lot of people read the title, read about Ethereum decades from now, and combed through it, desperately looking for where Ethereum's price would be in the next couple of decades. Vitalik Buterin, much like, what's his name? Andreas Antonopoulos. These are two very, not old, but original figureheads in the space, and they have mentioned thousands of times they do not care about the actual price. Same as Changpeng Zhao. They really, I think they really are just there for the technology. So they talk about exactly how much it has to expand or where it's going to go, as opposed to where prices are going to be 30 to 40 years from now. So yeah, very popular news. I thought it nonsensical to have multiple tabs open with the words Vitalik Buterin Ethereum Endgame in it, but you get the idea. So I assume all these things will be just fine. I wonder, gigantic when in the sky we are ever going to have Ethereum 3.0. If Ethereum can ever become a world internet that is actually decentralized, and I mean like proper, like when I say decentralized, I mean like there is no possible way that anyone, any person, any entity can even think of slowing down or stopping Ethereum or telling, like, if you have a website built on top of Ethereum, there's no censorship. Like, it is simply that website. Like, there is no one, you understand what I'm saying. Wonder about that future. Anyway, that's the Ethereum Endgame roadmap. Once again, if any of that actually takes place, I'd be shocked, simply because, you know, it's taken them about 48 years to even get this far, but technology and all that. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters, Professor Wally from Gunbot University, Blockchain Simplified. And let's move on. Chris, Hakeem Wilkins, Empire Queen, Stake It With Valor, Fud Weiser, Morty Fide, Roman Gaba, Bitcoin Ben, Arachno Dave, Tony Ambroski, The Dealer's Den, Red Plump Tomato, Wish Nikki, The Letter M, Not Brain, Captain Something in the Z-Way Lay, Crypto Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos Was Like, Moborazi, Joe Shaw Show, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Grelay, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Bare Bones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Nita Miracle, Pat Turnoster, Conan, Don't Skip Leg Day, Snacky Chan, Tolek Banan, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stoyer, Nostromo, John Sarson, The Animal Reader, A Bibliophobia, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moher Moroni, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Knight, Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cody, 3D, Damien, Setsuna, Richie Rich III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day, Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness amongst Corner Staff, Bake Me a Cake, Tigara Macho Nisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayola Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, 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 very much for your continued support. Thank you to all the new Patreon members. Hello to all of you out there. Thank you for all the support throughout the years, almost said throughout the decades. We haven't been here that long in this market yet. Just thank you for all the support in any way that you may have been supporting the channel. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at 51,253 US dollars. It is up by 300 more than it previously was. When I started the video, it is up by 6%. Ethereum is once again 400 something odd dollars from hitting its previous all-time high. That's why I'm like, even when you look at the actual market cap, if this doubles, this would be more than $1 trillion. There's nothing stopping these coins from actually moving up, except for whales at this point. Ethereum is currently up by 8%. Binance Coin is up by 5%. Solana is up by 10%. Cardano is up by 11%, desperately trying to move back up into it was in the top 3 before. I'm pretty sure it was in the top 3. I think it can do it. It's just a matter of, actually moving back up there. XRP is up by 7%. Polkadot is up by 9%. Dogecoin is up by 9%. Avalanche, ironically, is up by 19% because it's Avalanche and it should be going the other way. Shiba Inu is up by 11%. Crypto Coin is up by 18%. Polygon is up by 28%, and rightfully so, as it is one of the few things actually helping Ethereum to scale at the moment. Litecoin is up by 10, Uniswap is up by 10, Chainlink is up by 11 percentile points. Mana is up by 17, Lumens is up by 13, VeChain Thor is up by 14. Anything else crazy? Sandbox is up by 13. Phantom is up by 21. Theta is up by 11. Hedera is up by 13. Tezos is up by 12. BitTorrent token is up by 54%. What a time to be alive. Gala is up by 12%. Is that like the Met Gala? The Graph is up by 13. And Loopring is up by 33 percentile points. Nice when the market is actually doing what it should be doing. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening and supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See